Toby, Snodgrass, Maple, are you ready?
Toby, where are you?
I'm here we are. Have you got everything?
Oh, well, yes, I think so. We've got lots of things to eat and drink. We've got some blankets to sit on and some toys to play with. Well, I can't think of anything else we might need, can you?
No, I'm sure that's all we need for a really good picnic.
Oh, dear.
What was that?
I don't know, it sounded like somebody sighing.
Well, it wasn't us. We've got nothing to be sad about, have we? We're going for a picnic down by the river.
Yes.
It's Barrel. What are you sighing for, Barrel?
Oh, nothing really.
But there must be something the matter.
Well, it's going to feel a bit lonely without you all.
But we're only going out for the day, Barrel. We'll be back this evening. We're going off for a picnic, you know.
I know, but I'll be here all day, all by myself. Still, I'm used to being on my own.
Oh, but we do come and visit you quite a lot.
Yes, when you want to mix up a spell. But nobody ever comes just to see how I am and say hello.
No, now you come to mention it, we do only come to see you when we want something. I'd never thought of it like that before.
Yes, poor old Barrel. I suppose you must get lonely sometimes.
Yes, I do, Auntie Flo.
What a shame. But do try and cheer up, Barrel. I know it's awful being lonely, but there are others worse off than yourself.
Oh, like who?
Well, like the Gruffle, for instance. I mean, he gets lonely sometimes too, but he hasn't got friends like you have.
No friends at all? How awful for him. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's because he's so bad-tempered. If he was kind and gentle like the Gruffle, then I'm sure he'd have lots of friends.
Do you really think so, Magician?
Yes, I do. Why, I remember the first time he came into this garden. He was so gruff and grumpy. Well, he could have made friends with Harry, Davy and Peter Puffle, but he didn't.
Oh, I've never heard that story. Is there time to have a look in the bird bath?
Well, yes, I think so. Why don't you listen to the story as well, Barrel? Perhaps it'll cheer her up when she realises that she's better off than the Gruffle.
Harry and Davy were going to play in the magician's garden. But when they got to the gates, they saw a big notice saying, "Don't come in." "I wonder who put that notice there," said Harry. I did," said a wiggly, griffly voice over the wall. "Hello, Griffle," said Davy. "Why can't we go into the garden?" "The Gruffle's coming," said the Griffle. "He's a vanishing monster, but he's very gruff and grumpy, and he'll chase you out of the garden. One of his grandfathers was a dragon, and he puffs out fire and smoke. You'll know him if you see him, because he has red ears and a red tail." "We'd better go home and come back later," said Davy. They were going back down the lane when they met Peter Puffle. "Hello," said Peter. "Come and play in the magician's garden." "We can't just now," said Harry. "The Gruffle's coming. He's a monster." "I don't care about the silly old Gruffle," said Peter. "I'm going into the garden." He went up the lane and looked through the gate. "There's no monster there," he said, and he opened the gate and went in. Davy saw 2 red ears over a bush. "Come back, Peter," he cried. "I can see the Gruffle's ears." "I won't," said Peter. "I'm not frightened." Harry saw a long red tail. "Come back, Peter. I can see the Gruffle's tail," he cried. "I won't come back," cried Peter. "Come back, Peter. I can see the Gruffle's smoke," cried Davy. "Huh! That's just a bonfire," said Peter. He went around a big tree and... there was the Gruffle.
"Who are you?"
bellowed the Gruffle, and a big puff of smoke came out of his mouth. Peter fled. He ran out of the gates and down Puddle Lane as fast as he could run. The Gruffle was just going after him when he saw a little mouse sitting on a stone. The Gruffle gave a roar of fright and vanished in a puff of smoke. The Gruffle must be frightened of mice, said Hari. He's not frightened of us, said Davy. Let's go home now and come back after tea, when we know that he's really gone away. And they went back down Puddle Lane.
So, you see, Barrel, the Gruffle could have made friends with the children, just like the Griffle did.
Yes, if he was nicer, he would have some friends, just like you have, Beryl.
Yes, I am lucky to have so many friends. And now, off you go and enjoy your picnic. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right.
Yes, you will, Beryl, because I'm going to stay here with you. We'll have some fun together, you and I. We could play some games, and I could read you a story.
But you'll miss the picnic.
Oh, I don't mind. I wouldn't be able to enjoy it anyway. I'd keep thinking about you, all alone in the garden.
Well, and there's no reason why you should miss the picnic, Toby. Look, why don't we have it here instead of going down by the river?
What a good idea, Auntie Flo. The garden's a perfectly good place for a picnic.
Yes.
And besides, if we have it here, Barrel can join in.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. I've never been to a picnic before.
Well, there's a first time for everything, Barrel. And I'm sure you'll have a good time.
We don't want to eat the food yet, do we? It's a bit early.
That's a point. I know. Let's have a game of football first.
All right. Yes, here's
come on.
the ball.
Go on, the magician.
very good,
footwork.
magician.
Come
Well
on then,
done.
pass it. Pass it, I'm ready. Come on.
Ready? Okay. Look out. Here it
Yes,
comes.
yes. Ah!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Barrel. I meant to kick it to Toby. Are you all right?
Oh, I think so. Just a bit dizzy.
Oh, dear. Well, you rest there quietly, Barrel. Look, perhaps football's not the best game to play. Why don't you play something else?
I tell you what, let's have a race. We'll run to the gates, and the last one back here is a squashed tomato.
It's not fair. I'm not as fast as them. I'm always the squashed tomato.
Come on, Snodgrass. Right, 1, 2, 3, a go!
Oh, here we go again.
Well, isn't it a lovely day for a picnic? Don't you think so, Barrel?
Yes, and it's so peaceful now that Toby and Snodgrass have gone off.
Oh, well, it won't be quiet for much longer, Barrel. Look, here they come.
Oh, Peter. Oh, dear, I am sorry, Beryl.
Oh, what a shock.
Oh, dear, Barrel, did they scare you?
Well, only a bit.
Oh, I really am sorry, Beryl. I wasn't thinking. I don't think you'd better have any more races now, do you?
No, we'll play something a bit quieter.
Oh, look. A squashed tomato.
I'm going to try and beat you in the next race.
Ah, there's not going to be another race, Snodgrass. We've got to play something quieter now.
I'll tell you what. I'll do some tricks for you.
Oh,
good
yes,
idea,
come on,
magician.
magician.
Right, now, what have we got in
splendid.
here? Oh. We've got a drum. Right, we'll start with a roll on the drum. Right. First of all, we have the incredible jumping rubber band. I place the rubber band on these two fingers.
I see it.
And now look very closely. I shall make the rubber band jump from these two fingers to these two fingers.
It's impossible.
1, 2, 3, go.
Fantastic.
Very good, magician. How did you do
And now,
that?
would you like to see it jump back again?
Yes,
This
yes.
is the hardest part. I require concentration from everyone.
I think I know how he does it.
Are you ready, rubber band? Right. 1, 2, 3, jump.
No, it's
Oh,
unbelievable.
Very good.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'll try another one.
Yes. Oh,
My magic cane.
very good.
Now watch very closely.
Oh,
For the lady.
Oh, magician.
Thank you.
Smashing magician.
you.
Very good. Well done. Well
Good.
done. Bravo.
Well done, magician. Now, who else is going to entertain us?
Well, I used to be able to do some juggling.
I didn't know that, Auntie Flo. Oh, would you show us?
Well, all right. Yes, we've got some balls in here. Well, I must say it's a long time since I've done any. I don't know if I'll remember how to do it.
Nonsense, you'll be marvellous. Auntie Flo, the juggler.
Hey!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, here we go.
Oh, very good. Oh, Dodo.
I'm so sorry, Barrel. I told you it's a long time since I did any juggling.
Poor old Barrel. You are getting knocked about today, aren't you?
Yes, I'm beginning to feel quite shaken up. I'm not sure that I like picnics after all.
Nonsense. Let's all have a jolly picnic sing-song.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll enjoy that, Barrel. Music. It's a jolly, jolly picnic in the open air. We are jolly, jolly people, all without a care, playing jolly, jolly games, and jolly good food we'll share, and we'll all have a jolly good time. All together now, 1, 2, 3.
It's a jolly, jolly picnic in the open air. Oh, jolly, jolly people, all without a care. Playing jolly, jolly games and jolly good food we'll share, and we'll all have a jolly good time.
That was jolly good fun. What shall we sing next?
Do you mind not singing anything? I'm getting a headache with all the bumping and banging I've had.
Oh, well, all right. Well, let's get the food out. What would you like, Barrel?
Well, do you know what I'd really like?
No? What?
I'd like you to leave me a nice cup of tea and go and have your picnic down by the river.
Oh, but that would mean leaving you all by yourself.
Yes, you'd be lonely.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be lonely. I think I'll quite enjoy being on my own. It will be so peaceful.
Well, if you're sure. Come on then, you two. Let's go.
Come on, then, let's pack these things up.
Right, Helen?
Goodbye. I'm quite sure you'll have a much better time without me. You'll be able to run around and play football and sing songs as much as you want.
And you'll be able to sit and drink your tea and have a lovely, peaceful afternoon. Here you are.
And here you are, magician.
Thank
There
you,
we
of course.
are.
Goodbye, Barrel.
Yes, goodbye, Barrel.
Peace at last. Now, where's that tea? Oh, no. Who's going to pour it in for me? Magician? Auntie Flo? Toby? Come back!
Yes? Oh, I see what's happened. How careless of the magician. There you are, Barrel.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Ah, that's better.